whatever one says about India, opposite is also true. This is the lived reality of three India that exists side by side. A rich India for few, a developing India for many, and a poor nation for majority. From the left side of my office in BKC, I can see Dharavi, the world's largest slum. And on the right hand side, I can see a hall where world's most expensive wedding took place. Both coexist in just 1 kilometer distance. Dharavi itself is now transforming from slum to skyscraper. The same transformation is underway across the Indian economy. In per capita GDP, we were ahead or at par with South Korea in 1960. In 1987, we were at par with China. Today, all of them are ahead of us. We grew at the pace of tortoise and others ran like hare till 1990 liberalization came. Post 2014, reforms have been accelerated and numbers are visible. Our GDP was just 41% of sub-Saharan Africa in 1990. By 2013, we became at par, and today we are 1.7 times bigger than sub-Saharan Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we have left sub-Saharan Africa far behind. In 2013, per capita GDP, we were 28% of emerging market average. Today, we are 37% of emerging market average. We are behind, but the gap is growing. In 1947, we were the 6th largest economy in the world. We fell to 17th largest by 1991. We became 10th by 2014. Today, we are 6th largest. Something similar, Karti ji, happened in our Indian hockey. In 1975, we were the World Cup winner. We became bottom 12 in 1986. This year, we will be either 7th or 8th. 7th and 8th is worse than 1 for sure, but it is better than 12, isn't it? Many Indians have left for UAE. When I talk about Dubai, what will you think? Burj Al Khalifa, developed nation, prosperity. How many of you know that in last 30 years, India's GDP in US dollar terms has grown faster than United Arab Emirates? They have grown at 8.5 times despite receiving our money and our talent. And we have grown at 10.5 times. UAE is such a small country, so it is visible. We are such a large country, hence it is not visible. The number on growth is visible. Between FY14 and FY26, and since Kunal talked about credibility of data, I am only talking about volume on which people they're producing. Steel is up from 74 to 164 million ton. Cement is up from 256 million ton to 479 million ton. Aluminium from 1.4 to 4 million ton. Anand by passenger vehicles are up from 25 lakhs to 47 lakhs. Commercial vehicle from 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Tractors from 6 lakhs to 12 lakhs. Mobile phones from 5 crore to 15 crore. And food grain production from 265 to 377 million. Power deficit has almost fallen to 0 from double-digit number. Undoubtedly, we have grown. More importantly, this growth is green because we are the lowest per capita carbon emitter in the world. We are meeting our COP26 target ahead of schedule. This growth is inclusive because we have created 4 crore houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and delivered majority of them to women. 14 crore tap connection, 10 crore gas connection, free food for 80 crore is removing hunger and improving lifestyle. This growth is also responsible growth. It is without the NPAs. We are the lowest NPA in our history today. There is not a single bank in India which has more than 1% NPA. It looks like all our entrepreneurs have become Yudhishthir. This growth is also peaceful. You know, the riots have been reduced by more than 50% between 2012 and 2024. Terror attacks that once occurred with regular frequency across hinterland are now largely restricted to border areas and occur sporadically. In summary, India has moved from high inflation to low inflation, from fiscal profligacy to fiscal restraint, from infrastructure deficit to infrastructure availability, from pledging gold to raise FX loans to now raising FX loans without security, from fragile five to the fastest growing major economy. We were coach of the global growth trend, contributing 4 to 6% of incremental global GDP at the beginning of this century. Now we have become engine of the global growth trend along with China and US, and this year 17% of incremental global GDP will come from India. Yet this growth remains well below our potential. Millions of our youth remain unemployed or underemployed. Our HDI numbers are well below our peers. Majority of Indians have seen improvement in their lifestyle, but their aspirations have risen much faster. Let me take the case of West Bengal. In 1950, the state contributed 10.5% of India's GDP. Today, share is 5.6%. Is elections to be blamed for such decline, or electorate needs to be blamed? When freebies become dominant currency of politics, elections are unlikely to deliver jobs, development and sustained economic growth. And why blame politicians? Why not look at ourselves? इतिहास कहता है कि भारत सोने की चिड़िया था, बट वर्तमान में आप, मैं और हम कस्तूरी मृग बने हुए हैं। पिछले 25 सालों में हमने सोने की आयात में ऑफिशियली $500 बिलियन का निवेश किया। सोने की स्मगलिंग होती है, आपको, मुझको, सबको मालूम है। और कभी आप एयरपोर्ट से आते हैं मिडिल ईस्ट से या सिंगापुर से या ऐसी कोई कंट्री से, आपके सिवा जो भी पैसेंजर है वो सब भक्ति लहरी के कजिन ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स दिखते हैं। Collectively have we spent more money than foreign direct investment we have received or foreign portfolio investment we have received? We are like a patient who is not of good health. We have been prescribed blood transfusion. भाई थोड़ा ब्लड ले ले, हम जाके ब्लड डोनेट कर रहे हैं और फिर ब्लेम कर रहे हैं कि अपनी इकोनॉमी क्यों ग्रो नहीं हो रही। We are conducting elections in the world's largest democracy, setting global benchmark. Even someone like President Trump is appreciating it. We are running an economy which is outperforming peers, but we are performing well below our potential. Don't blame the politician. Look into ourselves. Can we, the electorate, vote for development rather than freebies? Can we accept short-term pains of reforms for better long-term future for our kid? The choice, as always, is in our hand. I'm trying to pronounce in Bengali, but please stay with me if I mispronounce. Ekthi mudrar jeman dutto pit thake, Bharat sombadhe ja bola hoy, tar ultota o sati hoy. Whatever one says about India, opposite is also true. But a fund manager's job is not complete without statutory disclosure. Don't worry, I'm not going to say mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. All I'm going to say, I'm not chairman of WBIDFC or WBIDC as mentioned in my introduction over here. I have no intention of taking that job. I am happy managing your money. Thank you.